بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. قال المصنف رحمه الله تعالى في كتابه رياض الصالحين في باب ما يقول عند نومه واستيقاظه. Abu Zakaria Yahya bin Sharaf al-Nawawi says in his book entitled Riyadh al-Salihin, The Gardens of the Righteous, in the chapter of the supplication at the time of going to bed and awaking. The supplication at the time of going to bed and awaking. As we saw in the previous chapter, subhanAllah, Imam al-Nawawi, the Tasalsul al-Fikri, basically the way that he orders naming the chapters or the chapters that he chooses to use, he tries to make it to where it's what the average individual would think when they would listen to a hadith or a subject matter, because the subject matter before that was the etiquette of remembering Allah and the exalted while standing, sitting, and lying down on and in a state of impurity. If it was Imam al-Nawawi that made this order. And then after that is the supplication at the time of going to bed and awaking. So in this chapter, there's no ayah particular here, and it's actually only one hadith that he uses. And it's the hadith عن حذيفة وأبي ذر رضي الله عنهما قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا أوى إلى فراشه قال بسم اللهم أحيا وأموت وإذا استيقظ قال الحمد لله الذي أحيانا بعدما أماتنا وإليه النشور. Hudhayfa and Abu Dharr radiyallahu anhuma, may Allah be pleased with them, narrated that whenever the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, went to bed, he would supplicate Bismillahumma amuta wa ahya. Bismikallahumma amuta wa ahya. With your name, O Allah, I die and I return to life. And when he woke up, he would supplicate thus, Alhamdulillah, the ahyana ba'da mamatin wa ilayhi nushur. All praises belong to Allah who has restored us back to life after causing us to die, and to him we shall return. And this is on the authority of Bukhari and Ahmed in his Musnad. So firstly, when we hear, just a small hadith test for you. We know that the Quran is authentic. You know what I mean by authentic? That everything that is mentioned in the Quran is a statement of who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, there is no room for anything being what? Error or incorrect. Now, when it comes to the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is there room for something being incorrect? This may be a trick question. What is da'if in English? So a hadith could be weak. What makes a hadith weak? Okay, so the chain, or what else? The source. Okay, that's where we get a little general. So it's either the chain or the matan, the statement itself. And the ones that can determine, the chain is either the chain that even has categories. So the chain is weak by either two ways. Whether the continuation of the chain, i.e., is each person in the chain, have they met each other? Okay. Or the individual in the chain. So the chain can be connected, i.e., from Bukhari, that we hear, to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, okay, roughly about 4 generations. So each scholar, it could be confirmed that they all met each other, but one scholar may not be known for his strong memorization. Or a scholar was known for his memorization, but the books that he would use, his memorization wasn't that strong, so he would resort to his books that he used when he recorded hadith from his sheikh. But when there was a war in Baghdad particularly, they threw all the books in the sea. So he lost his books. So you'll find within the chain of narration, because you see that right now, we're reading the hadith and we say on the authority of Abu Dharr. If you read a classical book of hadith, it will start from that scholar that wrote this, that found this hadith. He will say on the authority of my shaykh, that told me, that told him, 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 on the authority of Abu Dharr. And then they would mention the hadith. So when you hear Imam Ahmed or Imam Malik, they memorize this amount of hadith or their book of hadith. It wasn't just the hadith. They would memorize the chain. And you will find scholars even of today. For there's one in, subhanAllah, in Medina, Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad. In Medina, if you ever go into the Haram in Medina, he's sitting, if you face the, I can't remember, the Bab Abdul Majid, I think it is. And he's a blind scholar. He'll narrate the chain of narration, the chain. And you get used to it even if you study hadith, it's called ilm al-rijal. You start to study the narrators, their history, who their sheikh was, who their students were. From there, you can determine, okay, was this scholar strong or not? And there's like, scholars have 8 grades. Is he thiqah, is he reliable, so on and so forth. So these scholars, such as Imam al-Nawawi, he even has another book. It's called Tadrib al-Rawi. It's basically talking about what is the process of determining the Rawi, of understanding if the Rawi or the narrator is someone that is strong or not, in that process that takes place, generically speaking. So that when we hear, the reason I'm mentioning this is because when I mention the hadith and I say that is reported by Bukhari and Ahmed in his Musnad. Imam Bukhari is the most authentic book of hadith is the most authentic book of hadith. And some scholars say the most authentic book after the Quran. Being that his standards of grading what makes hadith authentic were the most strenuous and the most strict. And there are many examples of Imam Bukhari's standards, right? And then you have after that Imam Muslim. When you hear the 6 books of hadith, Imam Bukhari is number 1, you have Imam Muslim's number 2. In any case, we hear also Ahmed in his Musnad. When we say Ahmed, that's Imam Ahmed. When we hear the Hanbali madhab, we have Imam Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, Hanbali. Imam Ahmed ibn Hanbal was a scholar from Baghdad, and he compiled a book of hadith as well. And it's called Musnad, from Isnad. Okay. In any case, in his book was not, scholars will say all the hadith are authentic, but then going more into studying the science of hadith, they'll understand the reasons why this was the case. But when we hear Bukhari, if you ever hear someone say, there's a hadith, and you're sitting in a gathering, and they say, is the hadith authentic? And they say, yes, it's in Bukhari. Allah sami'na wa ta'ala. It's authentic hadith, inshallah. So this hadith that we're taking, is it authentic or not? No? Yes. So whatever's about to be said, you can implement it, inshallah. How it should be implemented, some hadith are straightforward, some may need understanding from a scholar. So here on Hudayfa and Abu Dhar, the Prophet ﷺ said, whenever the Prophet went to bed, he would supplicate, with your name, O Allah, I die and I return to life. So firstly, what should that present in the mind of the believer tonight? Reciting this dua, in your name, I die and I come to life. What should that remind you of? Or what kind of state does that put you in before you go to sleep? Ibadah and death, okay? How death? So what do you mean trust in Allah? So if I don't trust Him, I'll take monster drink, like drink 3 monsters and don't go to sleep? Right, you're trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right, that if He takes you, that's His choice. And what do you mean ibadah?
Going to bed and believing on the affairs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing you say after your adhkar, or within your adhkar, is the remembrance of Allah. So that in itself, you start off with
Mm.
go to bed, your adhkar, your whole day is ibadah is integrated in your whole day.
So it's a form of worship, being that you're saying something with the name of Allah in it. And it's a form of reliance on Allah. And reliance is a type of worship. Reliance is a type of tawakkul. Tawakkul, right? I trust in Him that if He takes my life, it is what it is. I really didn't even have any control over it, to be honest. Right? So I trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I am to a level content with that. So when you go to sleep, none of us, this is a simple concept. You ask even any human being, can you guarantee that you will wake up when you go to sleep? We all think about it. We all know this. We all know. We cannot guarantee that. But saying that and thinking about that before you go to sleep is a whole different level. It's in our subconscious mind that, well, we don't know if we'll wake up. But before you go to sleep, imagine saying this to your children, or in the name of Allah, I die. You die? Well, you may die. It's possible. That reality hits you, right? It hits you. So you think about that and you ponder over it. This is when you're mentioning the name of Allah before you go to sleep. And it said, وَإِذَا اسْتَيْقَظَ قَالَ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ أَحْيَانَ بَعْدَ مَا أَمَاتَنَا وَإِلَيْهِ النُّشُورُ. All praise is due to Allah, belongs to Allah, who has restored us back to life after causing us to die, and to Him we shall return. I remember, subhanAllah, and I'll leave you all with this. I was at my younger sister that died of cancer, her funeral. the eulogy. It was like pre-eulogy. The culture, they do like 3-4 eulogies in it. So the pastor of my mother's church, he said something so powerful. He said, I want to die empty. What do you think that means? Anyone? Without any sin, yes, but even deeper than that. Not any debt? No. Like empty account, you mean? Well, that's going to have relatives. They're going to be, I don't know what's going to happen. Sorry? Like clean. Kind of clean slate with sins. He was speaking more in regards to, I want to make sure that I fulfill my purpose and my dreams and what I think that I was meant here to do in this life. I don't want to have any, what? Regrets. I don't want to have any regrets. There are things that we delay that we know are good and we should do it. Right? There are things that we delay for no reason. Maybe it's because of complacency. Maybe it's because of laziness. Maybe it's because of fear. Right? When you wake up and you say, Alhamdulillah, alladhi ahyana, praise to Allah, the one that has given us life. Because when you said the dua before going to sleep, you don't know. You wake up and you thank Him because now you know that He has given me the opportunity to wake up. Ba'da ma amatana, and He's talking about after He has caused us to die. This is mentioned like this sleep is the cousin of death. Meaning that you're unconscious, you don't have any conscious, and your soul actually leaves your body. Just confirmed in an authentic hadith as well. So here, the Prophet ﷺ said, Ba'da ma amatana wa ilayhi nushur. And I love this dua. This is an easy supplication to tell your children as well, is because subhanAllah, and even anyone that understands the concept of living and death, is that you're waking up thinking about leaving this earth. You're waking up thinking about the fact that this life is temporary. Because you said, وَإِلَيْهِ nushur, and to Him we will be gathered. Everything's going to end. With that, just think about that. The believer wakes up with that mentality. How are they not going to try to crush their day and take advantage of their day and be the best of their day? Because you don't know when Allah is going to take you. So taking advantage of your time, taking advantage of your health, your wealth, and your time. Your health, your wealth, and your time. A lot of times we worry about our wealth, but subhanAllah, we may have that wealth and our health is in shambles. Sometimes we may have health and no wealth, or we gather wealth in a way that's not permissible or not in a good way, and we don't take care of our time because we're doing things that are frivolous and don't benefit us in this life. So let's remember these du'as that the Prophet ﷺ firstly he said, Bismika Allahumma ahya wa amut. In the name of your Allah, in the name of you, O Allah, I die and I go to sleep. We can practice this tonight. In the name of you, O Allah, I die and I go to sleep. In the name of you, O Allah, or I'm given life, ahya wa amut, and I die. In the name of you, Allah, I am given life and I die. And then also, all praises belong to Allah who has restored us back to life after causing us to die, and to Him is the final abode. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those that remember these two beautiful du'as that we can practice every single day of our life to increase us on our remembrance of Him, to inshallah serve as an incentive for us to be those that worship Him at the majority of our times and are thinking about His beautiful life that He has granted us. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه يا رب العالمين وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.